Hey, hello, and thank you for viewing this. I know that we weren't able to meet as quickly as what we both wanted to, so I figured I would record the presentation so you would have it. One of the things that we do as far as when we list homes is we offer more than anybody else can, and it always starts with you as far as what your needs are. And this is something that we can visit with more on the phone after you view the presentation. But we're really concerned about, what are your goals for selling? What's your time frames? What are things you'd like to see where it would be a win if you sold it, and what would be the parameters for that? And then what are your dreams coming up? And then what questions do you have that would be happening during the transaction? And we just want to make certain that we're helping you accomplish that. It's not just about selling a property for us, it's about helping you accomplish your dreams. One of the things also we do is our founders, Ben Kinney and Chris Suarez, have said that that we want to make certain that your home sells and it's priced right, and how it's presented and how it's promoted. And that's why it has made us the number one real estate team in the nation by doing this. And what sets our company apart is, first off, we work as a team. I mean, it's 180 different tasks to sell a home. And it's hard for one agent to do all those things, as you can imagine. If they're going to really sell your home and also take care of their clients, they have to have a group. And with us, you're just not hiring an agent, you're hiring a battalion to go help you sell your home. Also, our track record, we sold over 9,000 homes last year collectively. The transparency they talk about is you're going to have a portal to our online CRM, where you can see everything we've done to get your home sold, where it's been advertised, the feedback on it. We're going to go into more of that detail. And then the marketing. No one does better marketing because, again, we have 8 technology companies that we own. And by doing that, they all deal with marketing your home and in real estate. And when we talked about the team, we don't only have a listing team, but we got a marketing manager. We have a contract coordinator. So once it's under contract, they're going to handle all the details so the deadlines are missed. We also telemarket, where we call around the listing and let people know that it's for sale. Also our buyer teams, and also a visual specialist. And you'll see some of those things, what we do. Now, our track record, you'll see 6,000. It's actually has been updated. We're now over 9,000 homes sold. And we spent over $10 million in marketing our listings. And you can see our track record of a 4.9 rating versus a 5, even with all those homes sold. And then the transparency is you're going to get 24 access to our client portal that shows you all the tasks we've completed. And it's really the first time in real estate history where you're actually being able to see all the services that are being accomplished for you for the fees that you're paying. So let's take a look at what makes your home sell. One is the pricing strategy. We see too often people price it aggressively. It sits on the market, and then people think, man, there's something wrong with the home because it's priced overpriced. And it could be something where it went under contract and then did not appraise, or it could just be too high for what the competition is. So we actually have a strategy for that. It's called our 5-5-5 method. And I'll show you that in just a second. How it shows is another big part. And this is something that, if the home is in great shape or neat, and people come in and view it, that of course is going to help it. And that's something you control on that aspect of it. How it's marketed is what we control for you. And those are all the different places we put it. And we're going to put it where it's going to get the most traction. And that is by doing it with where the buyers are looking, and also giving it to where the agents are, because we're going to focus on that. Then another one that we do is international marketing. And you would think, well, who is really going to want to buy my home internationally? And 5% of all homes sold are sold through international buyers. And a lot of people don't realize that, but it does require extra expense to do that, because you have to advertise on those websites. And also it takes extra time to actually put your listings on those websites too, to get that done. The other part is the communication. Now, some people like to communicate text, email, or they just like to go online and see what it is. But we'll do any of those things. Also talking to you. We love talking to our clients all the time. Our active buyer database. We also have an active buyer database of over 6,000 people. And of course, we're going to look and see who would want to buy that home in that area so we can target them and send it to them first. And then the partnerships. I mean, we partner with some of the best vendors around. They are just absolutely awesome in what they do. And then negotiate. We negotiate every step of the way, even before we get the offer. We're negotiating actually as soon as we put it on the MLS, because we're informing people what we're wanting to see and also what the things are that's going to be a win-win for everyone. Now, on the marketing, nobody does more to market your home. The way we market is you will have over 1 million potential buyers visiting our network and website nationally last year. Okay. And traditionally, I mean, on marketing, we spend over $10 million marketing. The average agent only spends about $520 marketing a listing. And then also with our international marketing, we're going to get exposed to another 262,000 plus people. Now, on our pricing strategy we talked about, we always want to make certain that we're knowing what the market's doing, if it's going up or down. So we do a 5-5-5, which is we look at 5 actives, 5 pendings, and 5 closed. And I know with the latest marketing with the homes that were selling so fast, so quickly, it was really hard to find 5 actives because they would go under contract so quickly. However, now the market has become more stable, and we're starting to see a clearer picture as far as what homes are selling for. And always remember, if the prices are going down and it's a race to the bottom, you don't want to be last. It's just like if the stock market was going down, you would want to catch it as soon as it started going down rather than wait till it had gone down past that and then you're trying to catch up to it. But by doing this, we know as far as what to look at as far as pricing. Also, we take into account lot size, condition of the property, days on market, bed and bath in the area, school systems, what are things that people are looking for. The next thing we do is we make your listing shine. We use professional photographers, those that have years experience, not someone that they just hired. And we also do photo editing. We will give you a staging and repair list. We'll walk through the property and show you what we need. If it's vacant, makes it really easy. We do use virtual staging, which has worked out very well for our listings. And it's great because people can see the furniture placement, but when they get there, it's empty. So the room looks bigger then too. We also do open houses. We do a video of the listing, and that's a big part of it because people can actually see the layout of the home. Too often it's really hard to tell as far as where you're looking. And I know with the Matterport, which is where you can be here and then click over to a different part of the house to look around, a lot of people don't like doing that because it's too much work. And that's why we do the video, to make it easy for people to check your home out and make a decision to come see it. Now, when we're doing all this, we're keeping in mind all the different types of buyers. There's auditory buyers, and they might have heard about it being available. They're also concerned about, is the home quiet? Is there jets flying over? Is there a train behind it and stuff? But we want to be as sensitive to those things so we're able to bring those folks in. Also visually, making certain people see it and it's visually inviting for them to come and take a look at it. The other one is kinesthetic, and that is how the home feels. And they like to touch things. And sometimes it's an emotional touch, and sometimes it's an actual physical touch. So we always keep in mind all those different attributes. Now, what we do is we sell it faster and for more money because we know where buyers come from. 50% are going to come from online exposure. 28% are going to come from real estate agents recommending it. And then the other 22% is your traditional marketing. That's putting on MLS, putting a sign out in front of the yard. But going back to the first one with the online exposure, that's not something that we excel at, and we also market it to the top agents. And when we do that, we do it through electronic flyers to them, broker outreach, virtual tours, communicating with them, and also some print media. Now, the print media we use is going to be like postcards being um, mailed to other people in the area that have a high potential to buy or looking at a move. And then the other part is in-house flyers. We don't have any flyers on the outside. We want people to come inside, and our flyers are such that it's more like a brochure where people are going to hang on to them and it's not end up in the bottom of the floorboard of your car. Now, our internet marketing team, and what they do is we put it on 5 different areas. We're going to put it on brokerage websites, listing portals, search engines, classified services, and also social media areas. And I'm sure you're familiar with a lot of these different brokerage websites like Keller Williams, Compass, Redfin, Century 21. I don't know who your favorite is, when you're viewing properties, but we want to make certain it's here because not everybody looks at Zillow or Realtor.com. Now, after I said that is we do put it on the listing portals such as Troya, Realtor.com, and Zillow because we want to make certain we have maximum exposure. And when we do that, we're actually going to send you the links where you're going to be able to see where those different websites have put your property so you can see what that online presentation looks like. And the next part is our search engines. And with us owning our own technology companies, we talk with the Google, Facebook, and the Bing people as far as, what they're using for their algorithms to move them up or down, so that we're always in the know on that, so that we can make certain that you're going to come up first or not just on page 42 to find your listing. Now, we also use classified services such as Facebook Marketplace and Craigslist. The other 2 you see there are more in the Northwest and also in Canada. And then we also do it on social media. You'll see it on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram, YouTube. We put it on too because we want to make certain that we're putting all the different places where people go to make certain that they see your home for sale. Now, we're reaching out to buyers. We're going to have yard signs up, as you see, and they're also going to have this quickly sign, is what we call it, where it says text, and then there'll be a keyword to 59559. Now, that is triggered like a GPS where it knows you're standing in front of that active listing. So when they text that, it'll actually send them the information on the pictures and the price. But most importantly, it gives us their phone number where we can pick up the phone and call them and say, we would like, would you like to come in and see the home? What time is good for you? What questions do you have? So we can start overcoming those objections that someone may have to purchase the home. Because people are looking to, let me check on this home and cross it off my list. And if not, then we move forward to the next step so we can get them to make the offer on it. The other part is open houses and showing. Some people don't like open houses because they've got people going through their homes and they don't particularly like that. Networking with other agents and groups to make certain that they know about it. Print advertising, sending out just listed postcards. Now we send out the just listed postcards. They have a tiny URL, so we know that we send it to 123 Apple Street. So when they send in an inquiry for it, we can call them and look up their number and ask them, would you like to go see that home that you saw? So it's not something where we just send out a bunch of postcards and forgot about it, and we don't know if they're interested in buying it. Now, our international buying has gotten bigger and bigger. Like I said, 1 out of every 20 homes is purchased by an international buyer. Even in outlining markets, they're still going to do that because we've got folks, as you can see, in Canada, Mexico, the UK. They want to get out and get away from all the city, something where they can just relax and it can be quiet for them, or they may want to be inside the city, where it's going to be close to their business. But we are seeing people that buy internationally still, and it is still a huge part of real estate. And on that, you can see the real estate portals that we advertise on here. And if someone else says that they advertise internationally, then ask them, okay, what are those sites that they advertise on? They should be able to tell you if they do it quite often. Another one is you're going to get clear feedback. And what that is buyer feedback, also showing feedback from the agents. And it's on your online portal where you can actually see it. And we do not put a spin on it. We actually put whatever they tell us. We essentially copy and paste it right on it. So you're getting unfiltered feedback. So it's not being put with a spin on it. Also marketing feedback. If someone has questions on it, we may go back to you and ask it because you know that area better than anyone. You've lived there. Like if there's certain walking trails, what are some great restaurants in the area that we need to include to let people know? Why did you decide to live there first? And that helps us too. And we'll also send you the market updates. Now the market updates, when we send this to you, it'll have the green, which are going to be active, the yellow, which will be under contract, and the red are sold. And if you scroll down, you'll be able to click on it and you can actually see all the pictures for those listings, all the verbiage that they had for their comments, and you can click through and actually see how it was presented online. So that way you can make a really good determination as far as, is that a competitor or is it not? Now the buyer database, this is something we look at. We can actually click it and see what people are looking at in our area. And a lot of agents don't have this because they don't pay for the CRM, and they just use a normal MLS. And a normal MLS will not give them access to see what their clients have looked at. It'll show what they've sent them, but it doesn't show if their client is interested in it or not. We also have special financing available for a lot of the different homes we sell. We own our own finance company, which makes this very handy. And sometimes we can use some things like we will help buyers pay down points so that the seller can actually net more money. Because if they pay down the points, of course, they can afford more house. For every 1% reduction in interest rates, it increases the buying power by 10%. So if they could afford 500, and let's say the interest rates went down 1% or went up 1%, they would only be able to afford 450 then. And so the inverse is true as well. The other part is we've talked about for negotiation, because we're going to negotiate for you during the pre-offer, as I said before, during the listing aspect of it, or when we talk to agents come to look at it, during the offer, the repair phase, the appraisal phase even, the personal property, if there is any personal property you're looking to sell, also the closing, and then also possession as far as when you need to get the property to make it convenient for you or when you want to vacate it. So what we do for you is, to recap everything, is one, we're going to make your listing just shine. We're going to market your property to all the top agents, because 20% of the real estate, or 20% of the agents do 80% of the real estate deals. Okay. We're also going to do your internet marketing for you. We're going to do traditional marketing. We're going to do international marketing. We're going to leverage your buyer database too. We're also going to communicate with you so you always know what's going on. And we're going to negotiate and get it sold for you. And we're going to keep in mind those market factors, which is the price, the location, the timing as far as for the market, and also for what your timing is going to be, the condition of the property, the competition, and the terms. So we'll review the comps after you see this. As we get closer, we'll complete the agreement, and then we'll pick out our start date. Feel free to reach out to me with any other questions you've got. Again, I'll be sending you the whole presentation as a link or as a file attached so that you can read through it at your leisure. Talk to you soon. Thank you again for your time.